important recall to tell you about. Belkin is recalling some of its portable power banks with wireless charging stands. The popular portable power banks sold in stores and online are being recalled because they pose a potential fire hazard. The lithium-ion battery in the power banks and charging stands can overheat, posing fire and burn hazards. The recall affects about 83,500 products sold. The recalled products were sold at Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and other stores nationwide. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
FM 1019, FM 100.5, wgnsradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to a Tuesday Rutherford Issues, coming to you from the palatial downtown studios of WGNS in Murfreesboro, serving all 600-plus square miles of Rutherford County, Smyrna, Laverne, Eagleville to Reedville, to Christiana and Barfield, all points in between. Certainly glad to have you along with us from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios today. Our friends at Middle Tennessee Electric want to remind you that they are very much involved in this community and the things that go on here in this community. And one of those is the lighting of the downtown Christmas tree in Murfreesboro, which is happening on the Rutherford County Courthouse Square on December the 5th. There is a story at wgnsradio.com with some photos of the beautiful tree. It's an artificial tree now. There's a concrete pad that's been poured, and the tree that had to be taken down because it was diseased. There just really wasn't enough time to plant a new tree and for it to be big enough for the Christmas tree. And so this is one of the alternatives. That was a cypress that was planted by then Mayor Bill Ketron at the time, but it just didn't make it. So they discussed options, and here we go with a new artificial tree. So a more, I guess, a lasting solution there. So it's going to be beautiful. They're going to light that tree at 5 o'clock at the ceremony on December 5th, and it's a great time to get out. Middle Tennessee Electric is powering that Christmas tree and the downtown celebration. You've got Santa, you've got caroling, you've got the lighting of the tree, you've got carriage rides. It's all fun, and it's coming up on December 5th. We hope you'll be involved in that, and thanks to our friends from Middle Tennessee Electric for all they do here in our community. Well, we've got some weather to talk about here in just a second, and it's going to be a little rainy, so get ready for that, right? Want to also remind you here that Middle Tennessee Electric, along with Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Farm Bureau Insurance Adam Tipton, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels, helping to Big G TV broadcast the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade. It's going to be on Sunday, December 14th, 2 p.m., and we are really looking forward to our first ever broadcast on Big G TV of the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade. John and Dalton will kind of anchor that coverage. I'm going to be roaming the streets, finding folks that we can talk to. So that'll be a lot of fun, and it's coming up on December the 14th. Go to wgnsradio.com/parade for more information on not only our coverage, but to sign up for the parade. But you better get on that quick. It is coming up fast. The Murfreesboro Christmas Parade 2025 on Big G TV, presented by Woodfin Funeral Chapels, MTE, Farm Bureau Insurance, Adam Tipton, and Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff. Well, let's talk about some of our salutes, shall we, this morning? April Sneed is today's SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day. April was nominated for her leadership at Whitworth Buchanan Middle School, and she'll be missed as she opens up Poplar Hill Middle. So I guess a little bittersweet for April, leaving everyone over at Whitworth Buchanan for a new venture at Poplar Hill Middle. Congratulations to April Sneed, today's Good Neighbor of the Day, receiving flowers from Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, and your good neighbors here at WGNS. Send in a good neighbor. You can text the word neighbor to 615-893-1450, 615-893-1450. You'll get a reply. Just tap on that link that you get. Fill out the information, click submit. We could really use your help. We're in that holiday period or coming up on it really quick. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's so much going on, the hustle and bustle of everything happening. And it just one of those things that you hear us say it, but you've got so many other things going on. So what can you do now? Well, send in a good neighbor or 2 or 3 or 4 or however many you'd like to send in, and we'll be sure to get them on here in the coming weeks through the holiday period. The Good Neighbor of the Day. Thanks to Ryan Flowers, and thanks to SRM Concrete for the spotlight today. Locally grown, nationally known, and supporting the folks who keep Rutherford County thriving. Birthday Club, and it's Kaylani Smith who is celebrating today. 6 years old. The youth. I think about that all the time. And boy, kids grow, don't they, Dad and Granny? Kaylani Smith is 6 today, growing like a weed. We're going to help with that growth. From Ryan Flowers, from Slick Pig Barbecue, with a little banana pudding. And I meant to say it this morning, and hopefully Rick is listening on his way out. Happy birthday, pal. Meant to mention that this morning. I knew you had a birthday, and it just slipped my mind. Roundtable host with Wayne Blair on Tuesdays. Rick Hall celebrating a birthday, so hit him up if you've got his phone number. Text him and wish him a happy today. All right, thanks to Slick Pig. They're at 1920 East Main Street in Murfreesboro. The Robinson family have been doing this for 30 years out at Slick Pig and helping us for many years now with our birthday club winner. So congratulations to Kaylani Smith, who is celebrating a big birthday today.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, let's head outside. We've got cloudy skies, but some sun mixed in there, of course, as well. And today starts kind of a rainy, maybe even stormy pattern. Not expecting severe weather here. General thunderstorms in this neck of the woods, but just north of Nashville, there's a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. But that, again, doesn't include us here in Rutherford County. But 50-60% chance of rain today. That increases on Thursday to almost 80%, Friday 80%. So it looks like it's going to be rainy for our high school football games here across the state of Tennessee. So let's get your forecast details from Weatherology. Let's see. Let me find our current conditions. Someone has moved that on our overlay here. See if I can find our temperature bug. No? Well, not sure what's happened there. But let's see. 68 in downtown Murfreesboro, 66 in Smyrna. There we go. So that's the current temperatures that we have. We're going to take a look at our Futurecast short-term model run here to give you an idea on when we could see some rain and storms. And it's one of those rainy patterns once again.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see a few spotty rain showers and thunderstorms possible late this afternoon. Otherwise, partial sunshine develops, a high in the mid-70s. Winds out of the southwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. And then for tonight, a chance for some showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 60. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high of 76 degrees. Thursday, a chance for rain showers, cloudy, high of 73. Friday we'll have a chance for some rain, cloudy skies, a high of 72. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thanks for the update, Jennifer. And here is our Rutherford weather radar. We've got it in Futurecast mode. Let's roll it back here and take a look at the timestamp. Looks like the most of the day we're going to stay rain-free. We could have a pop-up shower here or there this morning, but that does not look as likely as what we can expect this evening. Rolling it to about 6:15 tonight, and looks like showers and storms begin to line up along I-40 in Nashville and make its dive down I-24 to the south and east. Maybe getting in on some of the rain by 6:45, 7 o'clock tonight. That's a look at the Futurecast, and then it's going to continue to rain. Looks like some pretty nasty storms around 9:15 up toward Clarksville. That's where we had that marginal level 1 out of 5 risk. But as we see those storms from 9:30 dive down into Nashville by 10:30, they start to lose their oomph, if you will. And by the time they get here, maybe thunder, lightning, sometime around the midnight time frame or just before, especially the north part of Rutherford County. And then this system dives on through during the overnight period. Tomorrow, not as much in terms of rain. Actually, the afternoon's going to be pretty good. Cloudy, warm as well. But then Thursday, showers, storms, about a 50-50 shot, increases to 60% Thursday night. Friday, 70%. Friday night, 80%. So what we're hoping for, no thunderstorms. Does look like that Friday system could push on out of our area in time for at least maybe some second half dryness. But pretty rainy period here, and we're keeping a close eye on that because we've got Oakland at home in the quarterfinals, Blackman at home in the quarterfinals of the TSSAA football playoffs, PCA at home. They're playing over at MTSU. So at least we've got turf everywhere. Lightning is what we cannot have. So we'll see how that affects the forecast. Don't forget to check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel, RutherfordWX.com. During severe and impactful weather, we're live on the channel. You can see radar. We've got storm specialist meteorologist Ray Miller, who joins to give us updates on what's happening with the storms as they roll across Rutherford County. Local meteorologist Justin Bailey is on, and many times he's out and about tracking the storms, looking to see what's going on with our storm activity. So that's what we've got for you on the Rutherford Weather Channel. So if you want to be updated on severe and impactful weather, and we're coming up on winter too, you know what that means. Ice, snow, that kind of thing. Well, check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel, RutherfordWX.com, RutherfordWX.com, Facebook, YouTube, X, and more.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Well, right now, the Dow off bigly, if you will. Down right now over 570 points. Fourth day of slumps with tech and Bitcoin briefly showing our dips. The Dow down right now 569 at 46,020. S&P is off 71 at 6601. NASDAQ is down 343 at 22,362.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Our coverage on Big G TV of Rutherford Issues is proudly brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the only multi-specialty physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County. Serving the community with primary and specialty care, MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. Got an update with my doc over there today. So I would say looking forward to it, but I think things are all good in the neighborhood. Speaking of the neighborhood, what's happening here, around the state, around the country? We're going to find out now from CBS. This update is brought to you by our friends at Recycle Right, Tennessee.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. Hours ahead of a vote in the House of Representatives that will call on the Justice Department to release the Epstein files, a show of strength.
Think about all the young people in your life, your daughters, your nieces, your friends. Let's stand together and ensure that they grow up in a world where they are safe and valued.
Women who survived Epstein's abuse joined with lawmakers, including Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, who President Trump has now labeled a traitor.
Today, you are going to see probably a unanimous vote in the House to release the Epstein files, but the real fight will happen after that.
President Trump has said he'll sign the measure, provided it clears the Senate after the House. A judge has formally approved the Purdue Pharma opioid settlement with the Sackler family, owners of the company, paying up to $7 billion, with some of the money going to victims. Today, President Trump hosts Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the White House. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
The White House is planning a series of elaborate touches to the visit, even though Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman isn't technically the head of state. That would be his father. But his visit is seen as a move to rehab his image after the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
The Crown Prince has denied any involvement in the killing of that Washington Post reporter. The mayor of Raleigh, North Carolina, says she's been told federal immigration authorities will expand their enforcement action in the state to her city. And CBS's Jim Krasula tells us
school administrators in Charlotte, North Carolina say more than 20,000 students were absent Monday as Customs and Border Patrol agents sweep through the biggest city in the Carolinas. Many businesses, especially those catering to Hispanics, were closed in Metro Charlotte and in neighboring areas of South Carolina.
On the Health Watch, concern appears to be a major affliction when it comes to health care cost and availability.
Nearly half of U.S. adults are worried they won't be able to afford necessary health care in the coming year. That's the highest level of concern recorded since West Health and Gallup began tracking in 2021. And when it comes to buying prescription medications, the share of Americans reporting that they or someone in their household were not able to pay for them in the past 3 months has reached a record high of 20%, or 1 in 5 Americans. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Amazon's Zoox says it will start giving free robo-taxi rides through parts of San Francisco as it accelerates its move to challenge Waymo's self-driving vehicles. And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 647 points. The NASDAQ is off 440. The S&P is down 94. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit RecycleRightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you. That's RecycleRightTN.com.
Recycle right, it's all on you. Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Go to RecycleRightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Bill Hagerty is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Bill Hagerty at 202-224-4944 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Monday Night Football saw the Cowboys cruise past the Raiders 33-16, where Dak Prescott threw for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns. Las Vegas, as a team, had a total of 27 rushing yards. Here is Las Vegas quarterback Geno Smith.
I don't think there was any issue with the play calling. The plays were there. Guys were open. You guys watch the film. I know we got a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks who like to watch film and take screenshots and see where guys are open. So I'm sure you guys will see where the guys were open. For me, again, I just got to play better. And I keep saying this, man. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me.
In the NBA, the Bulls snapped their 5-game losing streak and hand the Nuggets their first loss at home, coming out on top 130-127. The 76ers came back to defeat the Clippers 110-108. In the NHL, the Capitals snapped the Kings' 4-game winning streak as Alex Ovechkin scored his 903rd career goal to win it 2-1.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? I'm Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction, and we've been selling property in Middle Tennessee since 1969. Whether it be traditional listings, sales, or auctions, let us visit your property and help you decide what method is best for your situation. Call Maples Realty and Auction today, because it's our people that's the difference.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold by Maples Realty and Auction.
We break in with traffic, news, and weather bulletins anytime. Good Neighbor Talk is your 24/7 connection. WGNS, AM, FM, and online. This is News Radio WGNS, Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, tonight we get underway with some hoops action on State Farm Prep Sports. Headed out to Eagleville this evening as the Eagles take on the Central Magnet Tigers. So an all Rutherford County matchup in the first game of the season. It's the Hall of Champions kind of situation there. But tonight, games going on. A lot of games around in basketball. So if you want to go to wgnsradio.com/scoreboard, you'll be able to see the games. And that's the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard and schedule, which you can find on our website. So that's tonight, our game beginning at 5:45, girls. Then the boys will follow. John Dinkins back in the saddle for some prep games here, especially basketball. We'll tell you about the rest of the week. Coming up tomorrow, Middle Tennessee men's basketball at Michigan, 5 o'clock airtime on WGNS, so that'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Then on Thursday at 5, it's Primetime Sports presented by Ideas Tees, Clark Blair. Actually, it'll be John Dinkins this week with Rod Edwards and Danny Brewer. 5 o'clock on Thursday. The Middle Tennessee women will take on Tennessee at 6 o'clock. That follows right after Primetime Sports on Thursday. Friday night, State Farm Prep Football, our Thunder pregame show. Last one of the season begins at 6. We'll be at Blackman this week. Blackman versus Maryville. We'll have Danny Brewer reports and score updates from the Oakland Green Hill game. And then after the game, we'll talk about it on the Friday Night Thunder scoreboard show. The last one of those for the season. Saturday morning, all football. So we've got a couple of football coaches coming in. We've got Blackman coach Matt Kreisky and around 9:30, Oakland coach Kevin Creasy. Both teams hopefully talking about wins and playing each other in the semifinals. That's what we've got our fingers crossed for on Saturday morning. Cougar Corner will follow. And then Middle Tennessee basketball. Middle Tennessee football. They're going to host Sam Houston State. It's the last home game for the Blue Raiders, and it's on Saturday. So a jam-packed week. Next week, despite it being Thanksgiving week, is very busy with Middle Tennessee basketball and hopefully some football on the day after Thanksgiving. All right, that's the latest local sports. How about we find out what's going on around the state with Josh Copley?
Access Tennessee Sports. I'm Josh Copley. Starting off with some men's college basketball, the number 20 Tennessee Volunteers were in action last night against the Rice Owls and were victorious by a final score of 91-66. It was Tennessee's fourth win of the year as they moved to 4-0, with Nate Emmett securing his first double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Unfortunately, they did lose J.P. Estrella midway through due to a left leg injury. The Vanderbilt men's team is also undefeated to start the year, with their last game being Saturday, November 15th against Arkansas Pine Bluff, where they won 104-75. They were ranked 24th in the coaches poll, but haven't yet cracked the top 25 in the AP poll. Tennessee football has officially parted ways with defensive back and punt returner Boo Carter. He missed out on last Saturday's game against New Mexico State due to disciplinary issues, and that would be the end of his time with the program. He plans to transfer on January 2nd without playing the rest of the year. I'm Josh Copley with Access Tennessee Sports.
Power outages are unpredictable, but with Roscoe Brown's generator services, your peace of mind doesn't have to be. Whether it's storm season or an unexpected blackout, our generators ensure that your home stays powered. Installation, maintenance, or repair, our team's ready 24/7 to respond to your needs. With Roscoe Brown, you're not just getting a generator, you're securing a lifeline for those moments that you needed the most. Ensure your home is always powered. Your family's comfort is our commitment. RoscoeBrown.com.
You may think money problems are just impossible to fix. Get sound advice with Dave Ramsey 1 to 4 weekdays, followed by certified financial planner Jason Qualls at 4. FM 1019, FM 100.5, wgnsradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Carlin Cochran. Tennessee families who rely on SNAP received their full November benefits on Monday, November 17th, after delays caused by the federal government shutdown. The Department of Human Services says households that got a partial payment will receive the rest starting Monday, while others should see their full amount in the coming days. Normal payment schedules resume for those who typically get benefits on the 18th through the 20th. Food banks saw increased demand during the lapse, though numbers dipped after partial benefits went out. State and local officials also provided emergency funding to help families through the disruption. Austin Drummond, accused of killing 4 members of a Lake County family, appeared before a criminal court judge Monday for the first time since his grand jury indictment. Drummond pleaded not guilty as prosecutors confirmed they will seek the death penalty. The judge also verified that his attorney, Brian Huffman, is qualified to represent him. Drummond is due back in court on March 24th when his defense is expected to request a change of venue. So far, the state and defense have not reached an agreement on a protective order for evidence.
If you want to get some barbecue, I'll tell you how to do it. Head for the Slick Pig and you're into it. Just walk through the door at 1920 East Main and your nose will send a message right to your brain. Say, smells good, and barbecue. Slick Pig. We got ribs and beans. Got spicy wings. Slick Pig.
A Murfreesboro tradition. 1920 East Main.
Country star Dolly Parton expanding her business empire to include roadside service stations. Parton will collaborate with Tennessee and Travel Stop to bring Dolly's Tennessee and Travel Stop to Cornersville. Tennessee and Travel Stop's flagship location in Marshall County will be rebranded by early next summer as a way to invest in regional development and strengthen the state's tourism and infrastructure landscape, according to a website announcing the partnership. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by Old National Bank, the law offices of John Day, and AmeriCare Pest Control.
I've got pests, bees, buzzing, rodents running all through my house. Ants chewing wood, and look, there's a mouse. I'm overrun with pests, but you're gonna be sure, safe and secure. It's the last rites for those pests. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
Now, let's check those WGNS Good Neighbor events. Did you realize that yoga
improves your flexibility and balance. It also builds strength. And there are yoga classes year-round offered by the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department. They're available at Sportscom, the Patterson Community Center, and the St. Clair Senior Center. Get with Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department to learn more about the yoga classes. The Autumn Open House at Farrell Hollow Farms Senior Horse and Cat Sanctuary is this Saturday from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Sign up online to be a part of the Borough Dash Thanksgiving morning starting on the Murfreesboro Civic Plaza. Go to borough-org. Don't throw away Old Glory. Bring your tattered American flag to WGNS and let the girls from BSA Troop 2019 at Trinity United Methodist Church retire it with dignity. Plus, we also recycle Bibles. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
It's the most magical day of the year, and you can watch it all live. Big G TV is where Christmas comes to life with coverage of the Murfreesboro Parade, Sunday, December 14th at 2 p.m. Brought to you by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Middle Tennessee Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. See every float, every smile, and the moment Santa arrives on Big G TV. Streaming at wgnsradio.com/parade.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Good Neighbor Station. That's been our objective since 1947. Now more than ever, count on WGNS. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. And as we gather around the table this Thanksgiving, MTE wants to thank you, its members, for being the heart of our community. From the MTE family to yours, here's wishing you a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. This morning, we are talking with our friends from the Salvation Army, Sergeant George Keith, here with us today, and busy time of the year for you guys, and
sure is good to be here, Brian.
Yeah, good to have you as well. When you think of Thanksgiving, is it maybe the last chance before it's really just like,
yeah,
pedal to the floor?
For sure. Between October and Christmas Day, that's our one day that we do get completely off, so we look forward to it. So.
Yeah, so just another reason to enjoy Christmas.
Absolutely,
I'm sure. So I did want to say, I know we've got several things to talk about, but enjoyed the first ever that I remember Red Kettle Kickoff. That was a cool event.
That went really well, and I really appreciate you coming out for that. We had Mayor McFarland and Vice Mayor Shacklet come. Mayor McFarland had some good things to say, and then they pulled the ribbon off the sign, and we had the Eagle Nation Choir from Mitchell Nelson there. Shout out to them, and they sang the Star Spangled Banner to start us off, and then they sang some Christmas carols. And then we had our regional band, an ensemble from our regional band called the Cumberland Brass there to play some brass music.
Yeah.
Passing out hot chocolate and donuts. I want to thank Donut Country for providing those donuts. I want to thank Lanham Events for creating that space for us with their tables and some of their chairs. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good turnout, I thought, for a first ever event, and it kind of got it on the mayor's radar too, because the following city council meeting at the end, they do their shout outs and things like that.
Okay.
The mayor mentioned during the council meeting that the Kettles would be out and support the Salvation Army. So, building those strong relationships is important for the Army.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how, I know it was the Red Kettle kickoff, and there were some things that actually kicked off, but when will we start seeing, folks ringing the bell?
On Monday.
Oh, okay.
On Monday, we'll have them actually just at 2 locations on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. They'll be at Hobby Lobbies, both here in Murfreesboro and in Smyrna. And then after that, they'll be at Kroger, at Sam's Club, and at Walmart's. So you'll see us out there.
So I guess right after Thanksgiving then.
Yep, the day after Thanksgiving is when we start that off.
Yeah. So you'll see the Kettles out and about. I did have, and this has been a thing when I was even serving on the board. It was how do we handle this? People being cashless. A lot of people just don't carry cash. But I think we've got that all figured out, haven't you?
Yeah, well, including me.
Yeah.
I remember I walked up to a Rural King in one of my appointments, and I think it was a scout troop out there was selling something. And I said, "Do you take card?" He's like, "No, we only take cash." And I was in my Salvation Army uniform, and I said, "Well, ironically, I don't have any cash right now." But yes, we have QR codes right on the signs that take Venmo and Apple Pay, I believe, and PayPal. And you can donate right from your phone. People are getting a lot more comfortable with that, and so the first time it was rolled out, they weren't so sure about it, but it's kind of become the way. So definitely, that's another giving opportunity. We'll take your cash, your
Sure.
and your change, and your checks, of course. But that change, and I love to say, when you give us your change, expect change. So that's it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year.
So do you have I'm sure you have a goal in mind, and maybe explain to folks, because I think this is important for people to know. If you're in Rutherford County and you see a red kettle and you give to that kettle, that money stays right here for what? What does it do?
Yes. So it helps us with our operations.
Mm-hmm.
We run a 35-bed shelter. We have to a lot of times we get food donated, but we have to buy food. We have to buy, we're just like any other business. You gotta buy stuff to keep you going and pay your people. So it takes about $75,000 a month to run the Salvation Army and all the programming that we do. So the Kettles helps us with that a little bit. Our goal is $70,000 this year.
Okay, so we're looking at right at about a 1/12 of your total operations, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of our operations for the year,
which is good. So again, are you going to have? Let's see, and let me try to remember. You said the Walmarts, Sam's Clubs, Kroger's.
Yeah.
And the Hobby Lobbies.
Hobby Lobbies. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And at the Hobby Lobbies right now, and right after Thanksgiving. Yeah. And that rolls right until Christmas Eve, I guess.
Yeah, the Hobby Lobbies will start on the 24th, on Monday.
Okay, Monday. Yeah. Give if you can. And when you see those bell ringers many times are people who are volunteering their time, aren't they?
Absolutely. Registertoring.com. If you want to, you can join up as a group, or you can join up as an individual. I love to say, grab your offices, have some, because on our Register to Ring on your profile, after you've rung, I go in and I put in your total. So you can bring it to your Bible study and say, hey, I beat all of you.
Yeah.
Or your civic club, or your office, or even your enemies,
just brag, right?
Just get everybody out there. Yeah, we'd love to see you.
So I went to registertoring.com, and I see that there are options to ring as an individual, a group, or a virtual ringer. So let's talk about those individually. So if someone just wanted to do this, maybe their family wanted to do that as a group or whatnot, but individuals, how does that work, and how much time are you talking for someone to volunteer?
Yeah, so our shifts are in 3 hours, from 9 to 12, and then from 12 to 3, and then 3 to 6.
Okay.
So you could take a shift and ring the whole shift. So that's, as an individual, you can go and sign up that way. And it'll shoot you an email, shoots me an email, make sure I know that you're going to be at, Belk. We're going to be at Belk too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. So let's walk through the process here about, let's say you're that 9 o'clock shift. I mean, is there, who has the kettle? Does someone meet? I mean, how does all that work?
Yeah, so what we typically do is we'll leave a tote out for you that'll have your bell and your kettle, and the stand will be up there. What I do is I go around in the morning and make sure all those are set up for our 9 o'clock volunteers, and we set out the kettle for them. Or if you're lucky, I might just meet you there.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on, because if I have 5 volunteers starting at 9, I have to make sure they're all out there.
Right. So, and then I guess it's just a handoff to the 12 o'clock group, and then the 3 o'clock group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you put some miles on the old car, I guess, driving around.
We sure do. We sure do. These, because we turn in mileage logs to our divisional headquarters, and November and December are always like twice as much as the rest of the year.
I can only imagine. And I mean, and you're letting out for Smyrna to, and then, by the time you go to a Kroger on one side of town, then you have to go to the other, and then the Walmart. Do you map out where you go to and how you go to those?
Yes,
most efficiently.
Yes, I actually use a website. I forget what the website is, but I enter in all my locations, and it gives me the best route.
How about that?
The quickest route.
Boy,
it's like living in the future.
I know. I'm thinking you have to pull them. Paper map out to map that out. So, well, that is awesome. So, again, the times would be 9 to noon, noon to 3, 3 to 6. Sign up for one of those. I'm sure that probably weekdays are harder to get for individuals and groups to come out. So, I would think that would be your biggest need for folks who do have some time that they could do that.
Yeah, if you have some time during the week, we'll take you anytime. Saturdays and Fridays are always nice. We don't ring on Sunday, and we don't. There's only 2 Mondays that we'll be ringing this year. The other Mondays we won't be. But so come on out anytime that you're available. Sign up on registertoring.com and we can get going.
Can you decide, if you live closest to the Walmart on Memorial Boulevard?
Yeah.
Can you kind of choose from locations too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So they go, you type in your zip code, and it brings up some locations for you.
Okay. And it's a wonderful opportunity for those who may be business owners that are listening in to encourage your team to get out and volunteer and do some volunteer work.
And if those business owners want to partner with us and sponsor one of our kettle locations, they can call my office and we can set that up as well.
Okay, so that is registertoring.com, and I will put that link in the podcast description as well. We're talking to Sergeant George Keith today with the Salvation Army here in Murfreesboro. Again, all the Hobby Lobbies, Walmarts, Kroger, Sam's Club, and don't forget Belk here in Murfreesboro. This is also a time of the year, Angel Tree. How's that going?
It's going great. We have 400 families, a little over 400 families this year that will be helping, and that's plus, and then also an additional seniors, senior angels. You can get those at Stones River Mall and the Walmart on Old Fort. If you're out and about, you can grab. There's angel trees there that you can get them from. You can also.
So they're already out.
They're out. and we've even gotten some back. People are on the ball, so that's really cool. But yeah, so those are the places that you can grab them. Absolutely.
And so I think December 5th is when you need everything back.
Yep, December 5th is when we want those angels back, so we can get them all sorted and ready for distribution day.
Yeah. So for those angels that may not be picked up, or someone picks up an angel and then maybe doesn't follow through, because I know that happens.
Yeah.
How do you know what those items are? I guess there's a method that you've got to know what hasn't come in. And
yes, well, my method is that I have an amazing wife, Sergeant Ruby.
Yeah, there you go.
Sergeant Ruby has that all in a binder, so she knows like which angels either didn't get adopted or maybe didn't get returned, and we try to fill those as best we can. With other toy donations
and there are people who actually help or volunteer or donate just for Forgotten Angels, or so and the reason for December 5th, I'm assuming, is to make sure you can get everything together for the pickup day, which is really an awesome day.
Yeah, absolutely. And we try to get that. My wife always tries to make that. Sergeant Ruby always makes that the day where the kids are still in school, so mom and dad can come pick up and drop off.
Well, that's awesome. So if you're out and about at the Stones River Mall or at the Walmart on Old Fort, pick up an angel and help with the Angel Tree program. Going to help a lot of kids and some seniors here too in the community. Before our time gets away, early in November, you had your Harvest Festival. So how did the Community Harvest Festival go?
Oh, it went very well. We had about 100 people in attendance. First United Methodist Church came out and provided hamburgers and hot dogs for everyone. Also passing out hats and gloves as it's getting to be cold.
Yeah.
So it was great to have the United Methodist Church bus ministry out there. We had one of our board members, Art Alston, he's a DJ and was able to DJ the party for us, festival for us, party. Anyway.
It was a party.
It was a party. And we had a music group, Adoration. It's a Spanish name, and I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce it. But Adoration Adoracion perform some worship songs, and they were really wonderful to have out there. Mm-hmm.
So this was the first time you've had this event, is it not, or is it second?
I think this is the first time we've had since I've been here.
Yeah,
we've had the fall festival, and we had the Easter egg hunt in the spring fall festival. These will be as long as Sergeant Ruby and I are here. Definitely will be yearly events.
Yeah,
for
a couple of times a year to do community outreach and that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks to all of those who made that possible, and look forward to that next year, the Community Harvest Festival. Yeah. So I guess anything else we need to mention here this morning?
Probably, but just
I think we hit a lot, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming in, obviously, and we will, of course, help remember to tell folks registertoring.com.
Yeah,
can't get enough volunteers, and
absolutely. Our goal, one of our goals, is hopefully to be able to reduce our costs by having all volunteers. So that's our goal. So the more the merrier.
Yeah,
and it really means a lot.
Well, you can help, and your time is very valuable, and maybe you're thinking, I don't really have a lot of extra cash laying around to help. Well, if you go out and volunteer at a kettle, you're really helping. You're keeping the cost down, and the money that's raised in your kettle all stays right here. So
absolutely,
great way to help.
And if I may, I like to tell people, not all of us can write, $200, $300, $500 check. But we go stand at a kettle for 3 hours. We get, that's what your time is worth when you come and ring. So
exactly.
We appreciate it.
Joining us today from the Salvation Army of Murfreesboro, Sergeant George Keith. Today, don't forget, we'll have the podcast up shortly.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families.
Subscribe to Big G TV. Local content that matters to Rutherford County.